Yeah, when I saw you guys last, it was Sunday at Maryland, and I said the same thing. It was a great basketball game. Two teams really playing hard, playing smart, playing together as teams. I'm really impressed with Northwestern. I'm impressed with Chris Collins and his staff. You got a great mix of offense, of pro-style stuff that we do see, but we don't see it in that steady progress with some of the things he was doing. And it was hard to guard, and in a day and a half for us to prepare, it was hard. We made some mistakes, but then they have 29 at halftime, and I felt good. I felt good I didn't feel good when we were down 17-4. At the same time, I decided to let our guys play through it and make a couple shots, and because I thought we did get some good shots. We practiced for the last couple of days. They have been playing in every video that we saw, unless we were way off. They were playing this matchup zone, almost. Synergy had them at 70%. We said Synergy doesn't even know what they're playing sometimes, and then they play 100% man. So I think that really threw us off at the beginning. They only switched one particular screen when their big man was in there. One of their big men was in there. So it threw us for a loop as well. We adjusted nicely, and I love that we could stop them in the second half and still put up 44 points. So really happy with our bench. The bench was huge today. Everything from Cam just getting in there and getting a rebound and making the foul shots. Ricky making those foul shots at the end. Obviously Aubrey was a catalyst again for us. I didn't play a lot against Maryland. I thought we had a good flow. We were scoring points. But what was happening with Aubrey right now is his defense and his rebounding is really growing. And that was key in this game.
Chris, why don't you start with that?
Muhammad had the matchup tonight. We talked about how he's kind of embraced that Karras role.
Yeah. We say you just see all kinds of baskets that he gets, and we've been because his assist numbers weren't what we would like them to be. We were hesitant to put him in situations where he's got to make a lot of reading. Let him grow with that. Like every day after a game, and that we practice, Val and myself and Jeff to put him through a steady diet of reads in the ball screen. But reading is one thing. He also can just take the ball to the basket and get a hoop. And so it was big. We liked that matchup today. We tried to use it more. Since Derek and Zach, they've been horses for us, and they're a little tired. So we played through him more than ever.
John?
Coach Collins said that it came down the last 5 minutes, and your guys won because they were tougher. Your reaction to that?
He said that to me when we were visiting, because I have much respect for him. I just love his demeanor on the court. He's not ranting and raving and talking with officials on every play. He's coaching his team up. And I told our team that I'm proud of that. Question about all teams, but I'm sure a young team that's learning toughness. They're learning how to fight through adversity. That was as good a win as we've had all year. 17-4, very veteran.
How much do you talk to Muhammad about being, a run stopper on offense in light of what happened against Michigan State and Indiana and the way they threatened in both halves tonight?
Yeah, not a lot. We have just been trying to improve he and Aubrey's, their defense, their vision, because vision, it goes both ways on defense and offense. And trying to get him to be able to make some threes also so that we can space correctly, because you can see he can go 3 for 3 one night and then miss some other ones. But put him in a playmaking situation, it's like the same evolution of Tim Hardaway now. That somewhere it was in his freshman year, but now it's like in Muhammad's sophomore year, we're trying to do that. So I don't talk to him about, well, you got to do this tonight. We just do it. We're just calling out stuff for him, or he knows his role. When he sees I call it a bubble when there's nobody in the arc. You just got to attack the arc.
And anything in particular to the slow starts? Both halves kind of flat.
No, I don't. Duncan had Duncan missed some threes, and Duncan had 3 go in and out to start that half. A couple of easy ones for him, and so that's probably it. But you're going to have those things. 3 weeks ago we had an incredible start against Indiana. That didn't work out very well either. So you're going to have them. The ball's going to bounce your way, and it's a long game.
With Muhammad, we talk so much about the three-point shooting, but as a coach, when things aren't going well, especially like in that first half, to just have a guy
Yeah, they can get your
give the
basket.
ball to, I
No,
mean,
it's-
especially at this time of year,
Yep.
how invaluable.
No, it's what we don't have, and, you know, it's something that Karis certainly did for us. We talk about getting Spike, it wouldn't be Spike, but Karis getting a guy who can get 2 feet in the paint, right? And some of our guys do that better than others, but Muhammad's becoming a guy that just gets there. He keeps his dribble, you know, he's got the alley shuffle around the hoop, he's got all kinds of things happening. And it's good. I'd like to have more of those guys, and it just, like I said, we thought we had them with Karis, and hopefully rest of our guys can grow.
Also, what was the root of your defensive improvements in the second half?
They were running action with the big fella. It was what we call Popeyes, and pick and pop stuff. And when they did that, we were going to stun onto him and leave him. But our stunt guy was so far away, he had really a free look. We didn't give quite as much help as we were earlier, so the recovery wasn't so far away. But that was a big thing, and we changed how we guarded that ball screen a little bit. So, because he was just picking and popping. Now he's 3 for 9 on the year, and he hits the 3. They did the same thing against Purdue, that they picked and popped him, and he made 1, but he missed some. And he missed a big one down the stretch. But we went with the percentages. But the second half, a couple times we did what we call quick man, where everybody just rotated to him in the second half. So that was the other adjustment we made, that if he hits a couple, go with it. But like you said, they're running this rise up action when they put a guy in what's called in the pros a short position, and it's really hard to guard, and we very rarely see it. And they got some easy buckets because of it.
Right over here with Simon.
But you mentioned bench, but how much does that change you guys when it's not just there?
Yeah, no, we need that. We need that. You see, all our good teams over the years, we had a bench that could come off and just get us some baskets. Whether it was, you know, Spike would find somebody open, he would do something. Jordan Morgan or John Horford would come off the bench and get something done, and so that's key for us. And so they're earning the trust every day. We continue to work with them, and they're doing it. But a lot of it, Simon, is related to their defense as well. We got to be able to trust them on defense.
Yeah.
John, you got 2 regular season games left, and both are quality win opportunities. Yep. You said the other day you thought you had more work to do to get into the tournament. Are you guys getting close to that burn the boats time here, or urgency-wise?
This was a burn the boats.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things you want to avoid is many would construe a home loss to a team in the middle of the Big Ten, as good as Northwestern is. I think they'll finish with 8 wins now. My friends at Penn State wouldn't like that. They got to go to Penn State, but I think they really they got a chance to win out here if they play well. And but that would be construed as you shouldn't lose that game. You shouldn't lose a home game to another team in the middle. So that was big. 20 wins is big, but I would agree. You know, you don't know what the other teams are doing, but just keep winning. That's the only thing you can control. Get more wins.
Sean?
Coach, speaking of that, Muhammad said that he felt like there was extra urgency for that very reason. And I'm just curious how much you talked about the tournament before the game and the meeting of tonight.
Yeah, I did, and I rarely do that. I don't talk about that in January. We do mention, you know, Selection Sunday, you're playing Elon, that's going to come up on Selection Sunday if you don't win that game. But now it's immediate. They're saying, yeah, sure, Coach. But now it's immediate. They understand this thing. And so you're not going to hide it and say it. But you get down to the end, really at the end of the year, we'll talk about the really key wins and losses because you don't know. But this team is a good team, and I think that as they finish strong here, it'll help us.
So then what specifically do you tell them about it? This is your positioning, or what?
No, I put today in our, we call fast facts, whether the facts of the game, how we're guarding ball screens or something. You got to play this game like the NCAA tournament bid is on the line. Just like we did back in the Metro Atlantic and CAA, you're playing in the semifinal game, and you got to get to that. You got to win this game, or you're done. Now, it wasn't burn the boats quite, but it is. This is on the line every game now, and I love the way they responded.
We got time.